Welcome in to the Go Home Show. As always, I am Cy the Guy. We are going to be reviewing Monday Night Raw. Thank you so much for joining me on this Tuesday evening. You know, I debated not even discussing Monday Night Raw as it was a, boy, you talk about a nothing burger of a show, huh? This was, I'm looking at my notes here, and I mean, it's just, this WrestleMania season sucks, man. I mean, let's call a spade here. I don't know if I have really, I mean, and we've seen some shitty WrestleManias, right? I don't know if I have ever been a part of a road to WrestleMania that has left so much to be desired before in my entire life. This road to WrestleMania has been absolutely fucking horrendous. And then you know what? On top of that, how can you, for me, right, as a pro wrestling content creator who covers AEW and WWE, how am I supposed to watch Dynasty on Sunday, which was a really good pro wrestling show? It was almost a great pro wrestling show. Match after match was a great match, followed by a great match. The stories that were told in the ring, despite the lack of storytelling on a week-to-week basis, how do you watch a show like that where you walk away thinking, wow, I was thoroughly entertained watching the show? And then we get to Monday, and it's fucking awful. Or even worse than that, it was nothing. There was nothing on Monday that was worth even discussing, which might be worse. Let's get into this shitty show. Started off with Adam Pearce discussing that Obafemi and Brock Lesnar are going to sign their contracts that they did not get around to signing last week due to the brawl. Stop me if you've heard this. There was a brawl on Monday Night Raw. So he decided to have them sign the contracts separately, one at a time. First was Brock Lesnar. Paul Heyman says it's WrestleMania week, so no one needs to even get close to Brock Lesnar. So this was a good idea. Brock comes out, signs the contract right away. Paul Heyman says it might as well be a Nigerian death warrant. Of course, referring to the fact that Obafemi is from Nigeria. With one man's name on it, Brock tells Sacramento, you won't even know his name after this weekend. Heyman says there's going to be a winner and a loser. This Sunday, that loser's name is Obafemi. The winner will be the greatest combat sports athlete in history, Brock Lesnar. Listen, man, if this company feeds Obafemi to Brock Lesnar, I'm fucking done. I am fucking done. It's bad enough that you have royally fucked over Carmelo Hayes, right? Who's a rising star, who carried SmackDown, which is the shittiest pro wrestling show maybe we've seen fucking ever. And he carried that show on his fucking back. And what does he get for it? Nah, fuck off, kid. Get out of here. You're not on the WrestleMania card. if this company doubles down on fucking over their young talent, and not only Carmelo Hayes gets fucked over, but Obafemi, who is clearly in position to just get the rocket pack strapped on him, and they feed him to Brock Lesnar, fucking count me out, man. This is fucking awful, horrendous television, week in, week out. I don't know how anybody can look at this road to WrestleMania and not see dying WCW levels of bad television. I mean, on fucking Friday, I didn't even review SmackDown because fuck SmackDown, for one. On Friday, you had Pat McAfee walk away with your WWE championship over his shoulder when the feud was about fucking Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes, and now it's fucked up because you inserted Pat McAfee. And then everybody wants to jump on and be like, oh, what is Triple H supposed to do? TKO's forcing this upon him. Blah, 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 blah. You know what, dude? I don't have any fucking sympathy for Triple H or this awful fucking creative team because maybe, just maybe, and I'm not defending TKO. Fuck TKO and fuck Ari Emanuel as well, right? I would never defend TKO. But my thing that nobody else is talking about somehow is WWE Creative. The creative team has been fucking awful for 2 years. And then TKO wants to jump in and say, hey, we're going to try to sell tickets to this thing. Now, granted, TKO, full of a bunch of fucking idiots too, and they're going about it the complete wrong way. But if your creative had been better, maybe the tickets would have already been sold. Did you think about that? Before TKO's like, hey, we're going to insert all these celebrities. If your creative writing had been good from the beginning, maybe this would have never fucking happened. But no, your creative team is so fucking inept, and we have proof that they're fucking inept just by watching your stupid Unreal show that sucks ass. And we see these fucking idiots talking shit about stars that the audience actually gives a shit about. We see these idiots pitching these fucking ideas that are so beyond stupid. You wonder that if you had a room full of fucking toddlers at a daycare, if they could come up with better WWE creative ideas than this shitty creative writing team. Give me a fucking break, man. This team deserves no slack whatsoever. I'm not surprised that TKO stepped in. Granted, you're replacing a bunch of fucking idiots with a bunch of fucking idiots. So now we're just doubling down on stupid ass ideas. But this creative team fucking sucks. And they're going to feed Obafemi to Brock Lesnar. I hope I'm wrong. I hope that I'll be releasing my WrestleMania predictions more than likely tomorrow and Thursday. But I sincerely hope I'm wrong. But if I'm not, man, this company needs to die. I'm sorry. It's maybe going straight to shit and getting rid of Paul Levesque and this shitty writing team and doing a full-on reset. Maybe that's what this company needs at this point. I mean, this fucking creative has been so shitty for 2 years. You book your champions like shit. You don't bring up the new talent and book them in a way that's going to set them up for future success. Instead, you replace Carmelo Hayes with Sami Zayn 2 weeks before WrestleMania because I don't know what you have against us getting Trick Williams versus Carmelo Hayes. I don't know if it's the fact that you don't want two African-American dudes fighting over the U.S. championship. I don't know what the fuck it is, man. Something. Carmelo Hayes banged somebody's wife on the creative team. I don't know what the fuck happened, but there's no fucking excuse for that. So when they inevitably feed Obafemi to Brock Lesnar, then we're really going to know how shitty this creative team is. This is the one match everybody's looking forward to because it's the one match so far that has been booked in an exciting fashion. And everybody assumes that this company's going to have Obafemi win like they should. Why are you giving them that much credit, man? We're all going to be pissed the fuck off when they feed Oba to Brock, inevitably, because this creative team couldn't book themselves out of a paper fucking bag. Give me a break. Gosh, I don't even want to talk about the rest of this shit, man. It was so fucking bad. Then we see Logan Paul and Austin Theory. They're talking to ISHO Speed, who's on the WrestleMania card, but fucking Ray Phoenix and Carmelo Hayes are stuck in catering. Logan says, the doubt looks disgusting on you, Speed. Austin Theory and Logan tell Speed that everyone hates him and he needs to lock in. And then they showed a like a training vignette of Speed doing a bunch of wrestling moves on a training partner. Whatever, man. Yeah, I mean, you could not pay me to give a flying fuck about this. This feud is so far beneath the people involved that I don't give a fuck. And I'm sure people will use injuries as an excuse as to why we're getting what we're getting. Nope, I'm not letting them off the hook, man. I understand you have to pivot. I understand there are things that are out of the creative team's control and you have to switch things around. But the fact remains is you had more than enough time to switch things around and still make it make sense and still give us a good WrestleMania card. There might be a good match here and there, but overall, this build is shit. This fucking creative direction is shit. It is what it is, man. You know, at this point, we're all hoping for WrestleMania to be over so we can get some kind of reset. But that's not going to happen either because the main event of Backlash is going to be Jelly Roll and Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton and Pat fucking McAfee. So they're going to double down and this is going to continue. So we're not even going to get the reset afterwards. So there's not even excitement on the horizon. Who knows when this shit's going to end? God, this fucking company sucks, man. Then we get Charlotte Flair versus Lyra because that's what we do. You know, the go home show, not my show. My show is actually worth fucking watching. This shit sucks. That's what we do, though. You know, when we have a multi-person match, we just put two of the fucking 8, 10 competitors, whatever the fuck it is. We just put two of them in there against each other and then try to pretend like that's creative in some kind of way, even though it's the laziest fucking writing possible. It was not even necessarily a bad match between Charlotte and Lyra. I just don't understand why I'm supposed to give one singular iota of a fuck about this match at WrestleMania. The women's tag division has been booked abysmally. And if you're not going to book the division correctly and you're going to add all of these titles, fuck you. Get rid of them. Get rid of the titles. And then we get Stephanie Vaquer's interview. There was not even an interview. Liv crashed the party early. And before anything started, Liv started attacking Stephanie Vaquer. Liv says, I knew your mother was trash, but I didn't realize she raised a little bitch. So, again, I think this is maybe one of the feuds that has been booked okay. Like, this has been booked okay. Oba and Brock has been booked pretty well. I mean, outside of that, man, who's been booked good? You know, you got a multi-man match for the IC title. You fucked over Carmelo Hayes in the US title match. And then Sami Zayn wants to be like, I'm getting booed now. And then you have all these creators on the IWC coming out and saying, well, Sami Zayn's going to turn heel. So now he's getting heel heat. Good job, WWE. Now the fans have a reason to boo him. Shut the fuck up, dude. He's getting booed because we want Carmelo fucking Hayes. Hashtag we want Mello. That's why he's getting booed. He has go away heat. Sammy fucking sucks. We are tired of seeing Sami Zayn and his fucking Disney Channel Pixar theme song. Gosh. And I was trying, believe it or not, I was trying not to rant tonight. Anyways, Stephanie Vaquer's interview was cut short by Liv. She says, I knew your mother was trash, didn't realize that she raised a little bitch. And that was it. That was the segment. Somewhere on this show, we get the what could quite possibly be one of the worst songs I have ever listened to by Liv Morgan. I understand it's not a big deal. You know, WWE is trying to do this. Like it feeds into her character, so I'm not going to complain about it. The song sucked ass, but it's probably going to be her new theme music, I would imagine. No, Liv Morgan did not drop a fucking song for you to listen to on Spotify, right? There was a reason they did it. It fits into her character, and she'll probably be coming out to that song at WrestleMania. And I use the term song loosely, by the way. Next, we get the Usos and LA Knight versus the MFTs. There was a segment in typical WWE fashion, you know, where matches have to get booked on the show. We can't just, you know, go into the show with matches being set up already. For some reason, the MFTs were on Raw because why have a fucking brand split and you just let people jump back and forth whenever they feel like it? Makes no fucking sense. Yet another thing that makes no sense. The MFTs were backstage. They got into like a face off with LA Knight and the Usos, and eventually a match is made. It's a warm up for the Usos and LA Knight. Tama Tonga was supposed to be there. He wasn't there. So Solo had no idea where Tama was, apparently. And Michael Cole mentions on commentary, they showed a graphic discussing the they were hyping up the MFTs versus the Wyatt Six on Friday night on SmackDown. And Michael Cole asked on commentary as they were showing you the graphic for this, one of the questions of our time, one of the deeply unanswered questions of our generation. Will this be the end of this long-standing rivalry? Gee, I don't fucking know. That's a great fucking question, Michael Cole. Only Paul Levesque knows the answer to that. In my head, I was like, Cole, I've been asking that for fucking months. When is this shit gonna end? Because it fucking sucks. So basically, the match was short, right? It was like 5 fucking minutes. Tama shows up in the timekeeper's area. Solo turns around and he's like, where the fuck were you? We needed you. Tala Tonga, who is Tama's brother, so this made no sense, got in Tama's face and they had like this stare down for some reason. And Tonga Loa eats a fucking BFT in the ring, and that was all she wrote. 1, 2, 3. This shit is fucking garbage. This shit is fucking garbage. I'm gonna do probably not only WrestleMania predictions tomorrow and Thursday, but I'm also going to make a video discussing how I would have booked WrestleMania with the same injuries that WWE had to deal with. So maybe you guys can see that, hey, if some fucking schlemiel on YouTube can fucking come up with these ideas, why can't the guys that are getting made at least 6 figures? These guys are making at least 6 figures. It's probably closer to $1 million a year to come up with this awful fucking creative direction. When I show you what I could have done, what you could have done, what anybody who's a fan of this shit could have done, it's really going to put it into perspective how fucking awful this team is. Then we got a Gunther and Rollins segment. This also pissed me off, but for a different reason than you might think. Gunther was in the ring with the microphone, didn't even get a word out. He was attacked by Seth Rollins. Seth says at WrestleMania, he'll finish the job. Be a man, look me in the eye, and tell me why you want to fight me at WrestleMania. So Gunther walks back to the ring, gets in Seth's face, and says, I'm solving Heyman's problem, but I'm doing it with the smile on my face because you are pissing me off. For years, you strut around here acting like you're the best in this ring. In reality, you're not. I am. If you're honest with yourself, you never wanted to find out because when I was world champion, you made yourself a useful idiot to Paul Heyman. So yes, it's very personal for me to expose that Seth Rollins can't lace my boots. They brawl for a little bit, of course, after this. Seth gets the better of Gunther, and then, that's pretty much it. So the reason why this pissed me off is because Gunther was off television for 3 weeks when this company was deciding, well, we want him against Rey fucking Mysterio. And then everybody acts like, well, Gunther versus Rey Mysterio wouldn't have been a good match anyway. So this is the better call. Again, why are we letting this creative team off so easily? Why? Yes, is Gunther versus Seth Rollins the better match? Absolutely. Why the fuck was the plan Gunther and Rey Mysterio in the first place? Why? Why was that even a fucking idea? And that was originally the plan for WrestleMania. Holy shit. I don't think in the Go Home Show Tavern, I don't think there's enough ale that my guy can get me back here to make this shit make sense. Because what the fuck? It'll be a good match, but those 3 weeks you could have given us something that made us even more excited for this match. This shit sucks. Fuck everyone in that creative room. Then we get Io versus Kyrie. This shit pisses me off. Fuck the match. Fuck the match. We're not going to discuss the match. The match is what it is. Io's a damn good professional wrestler. So is Kyrie Sane. So is Asuka. And we should absolutely be getting Io versus Asuka at WrestleMania. But instead, we want to keep it on ice and keep Io Sky off the WrestleMania card, despite the fact that she is one of the few women on the roster that can go in the ring like nobody else. And, we're going to keep her on ice for WrestleMania because the Bellas, Nikki Bella is injured. The same Nikki Bella that thinks the fans dislike her because she's a woman. Get the fuck out of here. The fans dislike you because they never liked you in the first fucking place. You were awful back then. You were awful now. That's why the fans don't like you. That's why nobody gives a fuck about you. Your sister returned to one of the most mid reactions of all time. And it's been a few weeks and everybody already doesn't give a fuck, bro. It's because you aren't good. Has nothing to do with the fact that you're a woman. There's no way you're going to see the type of shit that Sol Ruka can do in the ring, the type of shit Io Sky can do in there, the type of shit Liv Morgan, Roxanne Perez, Stephanie Vaquer, Jordan Grace. There's no way you're going to watch those women and tell me that Nikki Bella's on the same level that they are. Get the fuck out of here. Nikki Bella's injured. So WWE's bright idea, in all their fucking infinite wisdom, is deciding to keep Io Sky off the WrestleMania card, as well as Asuka and Kyrie for now, just in case they have to substitute the Kabuki Warriors into the tag match. Why do we need 4 fucking teams in that match in the first place? Make it make sense. But instead, we're going to, look at this list of names, guys. Honestly, Rey Fenix, one of the best professional wrestlers on planet Earth. Carmelo Hayes, one of the best professional wrestlers on planet Earth, who carried SmackDown on his fucking back, by the way, which is hard to do because it's a horrible show. Ilya Dragunov, one of the best professional wrestlers on planet Earth, also a big part of one of the few bright spots on SmackDown during the last year, right? Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton. 8 times the wrestler that Jade is. Jade is fucking horrible. All of these people, Io Sky, all of these people are off the WrestleMania card. But you want to make sure you get the fucking Bellas and I Show Speed and fucking Pat McAfee on there. Do you not see the issue? Maybe if you had booked shit in a meaningful way, TKO would have never gotten involved. All you had to do was produce good television. All you had to do was give us good story. Fuck, I don't feel bad for Triple H at all. At all. And in 16 months, he'll be out of a fucking job. So then we get to the Oba Femi signing his contract. Paul Heyman says Oba is a violent man, and he says he's the most violent man to come into WWE since Brock Lesnar. Most impressive, fastest rising, etc., since Brock Lesnar. The problem is, on Sunday, it all comes to an end. Oba will be conquered by Brock Lesnar. No shame in this loss for you, Oba. When you get conquered and you need to rebuild your career after WrestleMania, some people think that's just a promo, but that's what's going to happen. My door will always be open. So then Oba takes the microphone. He responds, "It's taking everything in me to not come down there and beat you pillar to post." Then chants of "beat his ass" rang out. Oba says, "Those physical scars will heal, but the emotional scars of your beast losing at WrestleMania will last forever. As far as your job offer goes, you can close it." He says, 2 months ago, you came out and issued an open challenge to anyone who would step up to the beast. You didn't care who would answer, and why would you? You have 25 years of history saying Brock Lesnar can't be beaten. But I have 4 weeks of history saying he absolutely can. You guys are wondering. We were wondering, right? Why Brock Lesnar never got his lick back. It's because it's coming at WrestleMania, bro. It's on, you know how I know? The first hour of WrestleMania, I believe, is airing live on ESPN. For free. Just regular ESPN. Oba Femi and Brock Lesnar will be on ESPN for the world to see. You're telling me that you can't see this company wanting Brock Lesnar to go over when everybody's watching? That's exactly what they want. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Oba says it's never been personal. It's all just business. But it's not business as usual this time. It's different. You can feel it. I can feel it, and they can feel it. You've been his friend and mouthpiece, but you haven't been an honest one. If you had, you would have come out here and said, my client Brock Lesnar is scared of Oba Femi. I am the ruler, the destroyer, the bringer of war, the mountain you cannot climb, the mountain you cannot conquer, because I am the one. I know it, they know it, and at WrestleMania, you will know it too. So the guy could cut great fucking promos on top of it. This was a great promo by Oba Femi. I mean, Oba is a fucking star already. It has been a long time since we have seen someone come in and get this hot right out of the fucking gate and get this fucking over on their own. Correct me if you've heard this before, though, or if you've never heard this before. Oba gets over organically. That seems to be one of the things that WWE absolutely can't stand is when you get over on your fucking own. Ask LA Knight how that works. LA Knight got over on his fucking own, but he wasn't a part of the Anoa'i family, so he doesn't get a fucking world title match. He doesn't get pushed, despite the fact that everybody wants to be like, well, look at all his botches. Jey Uso botched just as much as LA Knight, but he got a world title run. LA Knight got over on his fucking own. That's why he didn't get pushed the way he should have. Oba got over on his own. It's going to be on worldwide television against Brock Lesnar. Oba got over on Brock 3 weeks in a row. All the signs point to they're going to feed this kid to fucking Brock Lesnar for no fucking reason. And when they do so, you remember where you heard it. Right here on the Go Home Show Tavern. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. And you know what? That was pretty much it. You know, the Reigns and Punk promo to end this show was so fucking bad. How did we start off so good for this fucking feud? Started off, the first 2 weeks were really good. I thought the first week was decent, and then the second week was really fucking good. And then the third week, I believe, was the "you're old" comment. Completely took some of us out, right? And then we got the pipe bomb where Reigns wasn't there. No, back and forth, putting each other through the tables, I believe. And then Reigns wasn't there. We got the pipe bomb, the mini pipe bomb. And then this week, we got whatever the fuck this was, where CM Punk apologizes to Roman Reigns. Basically, you had CM Punk glazing Roman Reigns. CM Punk went out there and glazed like a fucking Krispy Kreme donut. Glazed Roman Reigns. For what reason? And then Roman Reigns comes back and says, "I'm jealous of your connection with the fans." What the fuck is this, man? I swear we have to stop making WrestleMania. We have to change the date. It can no longer take place halfway through April. This is fucking, I mean, we have seen some pretty bad roads to WrestleMania. This might be the worst of all time. It's up there. It is definitely up there. Fucking awful. I just hope we get a good match at the end of this. But I don't know. We'll see. I hope we get a good match out of this. The story could have been great. It's not great. WWE fucked it up multiple times. I was hoping we get a good match with the Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton. All my hope for that is fucking gone. WWE, the point is WWE Creative needs to fucking go. They suck. They suck ass. TKO sucks ass. WrestleMania this year has nobody excited, and that's why they're still under by 20,000 tickets on both nights. Because they have no idea what the fuck they're doing. So people want to talk shit about creators in the IWC, like, oh, they're just some fucking guy on YouTube. What do they know? A lot more than these fucking clowns that are getting paid to book this shit. The fuck out of here. Oh, I'll be making some videos tomorrow. I will have WrestleMania predictions the next 2 days. I will be reviewing Dynamite. Probably end up releasing that one Thursday morning. And I will be ranking the excitement level for each WrestleMania match that will be taking place. We'll be doing a tier list for that. Also, we'll be releasing a video discussing how I would have booked WrestleMania given the same injury situation. So, you know, there's no fucking excuses by this creative team. If I can do it, they should have been able to do it. Yeah, so it's going to be a big week. Then we're going to review SmackDown. And then we're going to review WrestleMania Night 1 and then WrestleMania Night 2. So stay tuned, guys. It's going to be a busy week. Let me know if you're excited for the show. Let me know if you thought Monday Night Raw was a good show and I'm just a fucking asshole. Let me know what you think. I'm getting out of here before I rant any further and lose my fucking voice. That's the last thing I need to do, is lose my voice during WrestleMania weekend. Then I'm really fucked. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, comment. I appreciate anyone who views my content. We are going to try to take this thing to the fucking moon, man. There's nothing that's going to stop us, right? When you are on Cy the Guy's team, there's nothing that's going to hold us back, brother. We're going to it won't be too long, right? I'm going to be grinding at this thing till the wheels fall off. Won't be too long. We'll be getting sponsorships. We'll be, invited by other creators. Hopefully, we'll see, to do some collaborations. I don't know. I don't really play well with others, but we'll see how that goes. Anything helps, guys. So I will see you tomorrow. And like I said, man, this WWE creative team fucking sucks. So I'll see you tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So get ready to see a lot of Cy the Guy in the tavern. It's going to be great.